It was definitely
Okay.
more.
All-Star Weekend. What happened? You said you
Um,
didn't want to look at another stove for like
oh man,
weeks.
um, I just cooked for like two different groups of people.
Mhm.
Um, one was like continuous. One group was six ladies. They're all from different parts of the South, and
Mhm.
they came together for the weekend. And I cooked three different type of meals for them each day, and it was wonderful. I made one night was like one day was a Jamaican style, Jamaican themed meal. Other one was stuffed salmon and grilled chicken. And another one was I can't remember right now, but yeah, that was cool. And another one was a group of 10 people, and they wanted food twice throughout the weekend. Um, it just was crazy.
Hey, y'all, welcome to another episode of In Real Life. And today I have Will, Chef Will. Hey, Will.
Going
How are
on?
you?
What's going on? Wonderful. Bless.
So I met Will in October last year. Um, I was kind of working for this like marketing kind of food thing. Y'all know how I love food. And so I have another interview about somebody who works in the food industry. He is a chef, and I just thought it was pretty cool that like he started his own business since it's Money March, and I am interviewing some dope entrepreneurs. So he specifically, I believe you just work with vegan
Uh,
customers?
yes, definitely. I cook for everybody, but
Oh,
I'm a vegan chef because I had to learn it, and you can say I specialize in it. Plus, I eat plant based myself, so I'm not a vegan yet, but what I mean. I actually know a lot about vegan diet. So,
okay. See, at first I thought that you were just for the vegan people. So I was like,
oh
well,
no, no, I'm for everybody, honestly. And if I don't like your culture, I'll learn it. But yeah, at that day, they wanted me to provide something different from what they've been seeing
mhm.
and eating, and that was vegan food. And they asked me, "Do I know how to cook it?" And I said, "Yes," and I do. And hopefully, y'all enjoyed it.
Oh no, it was good. I mean, I'm gonna eat anything, so y'all know me. Just because I'm not vegan don't mean that I'm not gonna try things. So yeah, it was really good. I ate everything. It was that was a good day. And everybody's laughing because they was like, well, I was like, well, I'm gonna eat regardless. I don't care what y'all doing, but I'm ready to eat. So it was fun. But we gonna start from the beginning. Where are you from? Are you from Atlanta?
No,
Mm.
I'm originally from New Haven, Connecticut, born and raised about 15 hours away from Atlanta.
Okay.
Yep, been in Atlanta
From
since two.
Connecticut?
Yes,
What
what
y'all
you
be
said.
doing in Connecticut?
Well, I don't be here no more, but I don't know what everybody else do. Everybody be doing their own thing, eating pizza. They're known for pizza, honestly, in Yale University, and it's about it really. It's not a big city. Um, People will go to New York for the big things and stuff like that there, but it's not a big city at all.
So why did you move down here and when did you move down here?
I moved down here in January, beginning of January 2017.
Oh, okay.
And why? There's a few reasons why I moved to Atlanta. Let's say I can break it down and say, one, I love to travel, and I always wanted to travel. And growing up, I always was like, how can I explain this? I was the light of the room. I was the life of the party. I think I got born into that role just because of I was like entertainer, and I wasn't scared of like the big lights. I always wanted to be in a bigger city and actually learn how it works and be around people that's in a big city. So I wasn't scared to take that risk. But prior to that, I went to college up north in Boston, around the Boston area, played football, and I went to school for IT at the time. I didn't love it. I just figured that was something that I kind of wanted to do,
Mm-hmm.
traveling. And I met people from different areas. obviously in college you meet people from different areas, but all over around the world. And I was like, you know what? I actually stopped going to school 2012. I came back home to my hometown, and it just wasn't the same. I wasn't happy. From 2012 to 2017, I was just trying to figure things out, you know, working different jobs. That's when I was cooking, just making money. And I talked to friends that was in Atlanta, and I planned on moving either to Atlanta or Texas. And whatever job at the time was going to allow me to transfer, that was going to be the place I was going to go. And I was working for a company called Chartwells that cooked in colleges. I was working for a big Division I campus, and I transferred from Quinnipiac University to Kennesaw State. And that's when that took off around 2017.
Too. Okay.
Really. And I transferred there, and that's when I started, you know, living the ATL life, and a lot of other things went on to transpire where I'm at now. That's about it, really. That's how I ended up moving here and why and when.
So you started cooking before you even got here.
Yes.
So what was this? Was this just something that you like, okay, I'm grown, I need to feed myself, or
I'm definitely greedy, so I love to eat. But like I said, when I went home 2012, I was trying different jobs out. And thanks to my parents or my father and grandfather, they always wanted me to hustle and have many jobs. So I had many jobs doing different things from painting, being a camp supervisor, cooking, landscaping. So I was trying different things, and I got a job quickly being a delivery driver and a prep cook. But I wasn't really cooking, really. It was at a wing place that's closed down in downtown of my city near Yale University. And I was just like delivery driving and like doing prep work. But I always wanted to like move up and always do different things. I think that's for me becoming or being an athlete. I'm like a competitor. So like if I start at one point, I want to be able to get to the top and learn. And I'm not content with just being at that certain position. You know what I mean? That's from just playing sports, I guess, and getting better. And one day the manager was like, hey, you want to cook? Go ahead. Like, so I started cooking, and that took off there. And I started moving up the ladder in the restaurant. And I started cooking for my friends on the side for play though, right? Because they looked at me like, you work in a wing spot, you cook out of most of us. So I was cooking whatever at home. My dad and my mom always cooked. They wasn't eating out a lot. So I'm just cooking for fun. But then my friends like, yo, that dish is fire. That's good. Good. That's dope. I'm playing around. And I had my own little nickname for my meals and stuff playing around. Because my nickname is Jig. So I made like a sandwich that I created it called the Jig, which so my boys are making up names for him. So I just was like, okay, I'm just doing it for money. And I was just making it fun. And then I just kept getting better. And then I transferred to the university and just kept getting better. And then I just was like, I'm not content with just serving or just going in the back and cooking half the meals. I want to cook all of them. And started enjoying it. And I know how to move in the kitchen, and I knew how to work fast, and I'm learning. I'm just like, I'm not realizing that I'm actually becoming good at it. And that's what that happened. And, I just kept learning and getting better, honestly.
So when was the moment when you was like, I'm gonna do this for real?
Oof. Okay, when I moved down here, I got to Kennesaw State, and as far as owning my own business, it was when I realized that I wasn't getting rewarded for it became a talent, honestly. And it's to the point where it became effortlessly doing certain things, right? Not just about cooking, about moving in the kitchen, working efficiently. And it became like easy. So I wasn't really getting rewarded, I feel like, in these corporations and certain jobs for my hard work, for my energy, for my cohesiveness. And I just was like, you know what? I'm sick and tired of not getting rewarded for it. And people have their favorites and politics get involved and all that stuff. And it was just to the point where I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to allow them to limit me. And I'm the type of person where I read a book and watched a documentary on Michael Jordan, how he took things personal. And he took certain things personal to the point where he just didn't he didn't verbally explain to you how he was upset. He just physically showed you. And that's what the type of person I became. Like, if things don't work on my way, or I feel some type of way about somebody, or I don't get treated a certain way, I'm just going to take it out on my work ethic, my motivation. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just do this outside of the corporation of the job. I'm gonna build my own business. And that was the point where it was like, okay. And people was recommending it too. But it more was so like me just taking it on my own and making an Instagram page and like, you know what? Nobody's gonna move me up or give me what I want. I'm gonna make it happen. And that's when the Instagram page started. And yeah.
Okay, so what is the most challenging part about having your own business and specifically your what you do?
Oh man, there's a few. It's more than probably a few, but the most challenging now or before, just like in general.
Um, you could do you can do progressive, like okay, before it was this, now it's this.
Hmm. Okay. I feel like nobody really taught me how to be like a chef or have my own business as a chef. So from the beginning, just everything was just a challenge, just learning, time management, um, charging the correct amount, just everything at first. But now I can say it's really like doing things by yourself. I don't have as much help as some people do, or I don't have nobody mentoring me or teaching me. A lot of things is through trial and error.
Mm-hmm.
So most challenging part is just doing things alone. And, time management too is very challenging at times because obviously people have other things going on in their daily routine in their life. And if you provide value, you have a business, you can get contacted a lot. And it's just, being like I said, having good time management and controlling it, and then being organized. Being organized, time management, and just doing it by yourself. Those are like the most challenging things because being organized is vital.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to like your money, how you manage it, your documents, your taxes. It's just a lot of it. And it's good sometimes to hire people for that too, but sometimes you need to know before you hire somebody what you're actually doing. So like I said, being organized, time management, just doing it alone.
What's the most rewarding part of what you do? Or
Um, Impacting people. And I can go in depth by saying putting a smile on somebody's face, making their day through food. It's not even just about food, it's about the positive energy. Because it's deeper than the food, because you can be a great chef or you can be a good cook, but if your energy isn't positive or you're not a good person, that will like diminish your value.
mm-hmm.
And like I said, just making an impact and making people happy through food is just wonderful. And it's not even about the money at all, because I would rather have people come back to me because they enjoy my food and they love the person I am rather than give me money one time and not hear from them again. So, just having that impact, making people happy, really.
What has been your most fun job? I don't want to say client, but like experience.
Oof. My most fun experience being a chef. Ooh, I haven't been doing it too long, so
Okay.
I can say the most fun. That's a tough one too. Um, okay, can I say a tasting event, but it really wasn't mine though, but I was part of it.
Mm-hmm.
I can say that has been the most fun experience because I was part of a tasting event and it just showed the cohesiveness of how we can put things together and make it happen. And people enjoyed eating different types of food, and the way it was organized and set up together showed me like this is dope. Like I'm part of something that we're providing value to 50, 60 people. Um, it was just great when somebody look at you and say, you know what, we thank you for feeding us and satisfying us. And we just love the whole night. Probably other examples, but that's the one I could think of right now. It was definitely
Okay.
one.
All-Star Weekend. What happened? You said you
Um,
didn't want to look at another stove for like
oh man,
weeks.
um, I just cooked for like two different groups of people.
Mm-hmm.
Um, one was like continuous. One group was six ladies. They're all from different parts of the South, and
Mm-hmm.
they came together for the weekend. And I cooked three different type of meals for them each day, and it was wonderful. I made One night was like one day was a Jamaican style, Jamaican themed meal. Other one was stuffed salmon and grilled chicken. And another one was I can't remember right now, but yeah, that was cool. And another one was a group of 10 people, and they wanted food twice throughout the weekend. Um, it just was crazy because I was cooking, helping a restaurant this weekend, and I was juggling both of those. And I
Oh,
go to the gym, and I'm fit, and I like being in the gym. So I was just trying to like organize and maintain that for the whole weekend with getting sleep. And it was just
that's
like,
what
you know
I was
what?
about to ask you. Like, so when did you sleep? Because what's that? We didn't know what that was this weekend.
And, and I averaged about 5, 6 hours of sleep this weekend, which is not bad, but like working in kitchens and cooking and then going to the gym consistently, it takes an effect on your body. And I try to average a little more, but I plan on doing certain things in life, and I cannot sleep too much because I feel like you have to sacrifice something, and it's I already sacrificed my social life, so it's kind of like sleep got to get a little more sacrifice. But it was just like I said, organizing your time and managing your time, and like not playing around with the time because you got to have a time limit or a time where you got to get these meals dropped off. Thank God I had a delivery driver too, because there was no way I would be able to do all that without a delivery driver this weekend. So it was managing time and doing all that and juggling in one weekend. And I'm happy that it's over. I slept good yesterday, so
That's good. That's good that you slept good. Caught up on your Z's. Okay, so yeah, y'all. Will he does everybody that a lot of I still mostly have my friends back in Michigan. So
okay.
if I have people that come down here because they always asking about what we gonna eat. Then my plan is to definitely support you and like I want some stuff made. So, but he does private catering. And you also do meal preps, right? Because I think I saw
Yes,
that on your story.
that kicked off. Yep, that kicked off during quarantine. It
Mhm.
got crazy. It was just consistent during quarantine. Every week, multiple people.
Yeah, people was not trying. After a while, nobody was trying to cook, so we decided of being at home. We like, we want to go and like at least have some type of dining experience without us actually having to cook. So, is there anything else that you want to say or put out there? That's kind of all I got for you, kid. I just wanted to like give them a little taste as things are going on. I definitely will have your social media in the interview so they can hit you up or
Man, amen.
text you back.
No, I don't have anything to say really.
You don't have anything to say?
Whatever question you got, I'll answer. But no, I'm just thankful, man, to provide value when I didn't see this as a plan. You know what I mean? I didn't see this as an occupation. You know, and I tell some people that sometimes everybody's different, but some people get motivation from different things. I get motivation from not. I don't want to say this to make it sound like this, but I get motivation when I don't get treated the way I feel like I deserve to get treated.
Mm,
And
mhm.
everybody doesn't put out great energy. And some people have their motives, and there's times where, like I said, as far as like a business, I didn't really get what I expected. So that turned into motivation. It just added more fuel to the fire. And that's how I really got to where I'm going and where I am now. Um, like I said, things got uncomfortable for me, and that made me just push harder.
Mhm.
When things get, I grew up in an uncomfortable life and situation with, parents not being together and all types of stuff. My city wasn't the safest city, so it was like I've been in uncomfortable situations. So when I experience something, it's like, you know what, I'm just gonna push myself harder. I'm not gonna just get in the wall or get in the corner of a room and cry, even though nothing against that with some people, but I just like, you know what, I'm gonna push myself and go harder and make them regret it somehow. You know what I mean? And I've been in articles and it feels good. It's just I love impacting people and just gotta keep striving and impacting people, and
What
make it.
is the ultimate goal for your business? Like, do you want a restaurant or do you just want to keep like doing a catering type service? What is?
Okay, the ultimate goal right now is just push content and just teach people, and then get better myself. It's not even about like blowing up or what I mean, getting a certain amount of followers because I still have things to learn myself. I haven't been cooking forever, so like I said, my ultimate goal right now is to um, create content, get better, and keep teaching and impacting people. And as a whole, like for the future, the ultimate goal is, of course, a restaurant. I would love that, right? Food truck is a good idea too. Once I get a team for that, but it's really about teaching people how to eat other things besides what we've been eating, growing up. Because now I eat plant based, right? And I see the difference in my body when I eat plant based, right? And I feel like more people in our community need to learn more about that, right? Because a lot of us have family members who done had diseases and different sicknesses, and they can say it's through genetics and bad luck, but a good portion of that is because we haven't put the right things in our body. And it's not about the foods; it's about what we putting into the foods, the salt. You know what I mean? The right amount of salts, the fat, you know what I mean, the dairy. It's just certain things. So
Type
ultimately,
of sauce too.
what do you think?
I said the certain type of sauce too.
Correct.
Yeah.
So when I become more knowledgeable, I really want to teach, right? Because at the end of the day, a lot of people want to hear the dream of, okay, I want a restaurant, I want a food truck. Yes, I would love that, right? Before that, I want to be able to teach people what I'm learning and to help better each other, right?
Mhm.
Because food is so spiritual. I'm reading a book called The Flavor Bible. Oh, it's in my car. Book called The Flavor Bible, how it explains to you how food is spiritual. It's like mental, is like everything put in together.
Mhm.
Um, because that's like your gas to your car. And I want to teach people that, food truck and restaurant is a goal. Like I said, I want to teach people and make people try different things. You know, my mom, she eats so well. I'm so proud of her, and she's not sick from what I know, what she knows. So it's a good feeling. And when you become more knowledgeable, you just feel like you can't lose, and that's the ultimate goal, really. And then just keep impacting. I want to be a person that impacts people, and people can look at him and say he taught me something. You know what I mean? Vice versa. I admire people that can teach me something. I admire everybody in a certain way, but if you can teach me something, I respect you much more. You know what I mean? So it come down to.
Well, thanks, Will, for sharing that. I'll definitely keep up. I'll be lurking on his story and stuff, looking at what he making. What he doing this day? Where he going this day? And one thing I will say before we officially end, he got into me. He didn't even know because he was like, "Y'all need to stop being cheap and get this great. Is it grapeseed oil?" And I was like, "Why you ain't gotta like be in my business like He was like, "Stop being cheap. I'm talking to you." I'm like, "But you really are talking to me because I do like olive oils for everything for me." But I was like, "I'm gonna try it and see."
it's
Dang.
not a big it's not a big difference in taste. I had to learn that myself too. Like we can get into that topic later, but like the world and the media, they just promote the things that's cheaper for us, and the cheaper things aren't the most healthiest, man. It's like a scheme, man. It's crazy. You know what I mean? Olive oil is definitely not bad. You just got to know what food to put it on. It's
I
made,
don't know what to use it.
but I just try to do research and learn more. Once I realized things don't have so many ingredients and it don't affect you a certain way, I was like, oh yes, I need that.
Mm-hmm.
I just eat foods that don't have a million ingredients because sometimes we don't really know what those ingredients are. And then when I look them up, I'm like, wow, these big old words. It's like I try to get
Made stuff that we don't know what it is for real.
if I'm not cooking something from scratch and I'm eating something out, I'm like, okay, I go to the store and buy it. I'm reading the labels. It's kind of bad because people around me and like they're like, yo, you got a problem. I'm like, look, I'm gonna read this label. I'm like, I need to know. So, yep. Any questions? Questions? Ask me. Any more questions outside of here? Just ask me. I'm always
Okay. Oh no,
let me
I will. I'll be like, Will, what I'm supposed to do with this? What
ask
I'm supposed to do
girl
with
big time recently. Do it. Call me. I'm available.
definitely learning how to cook right now. Like since I moved, so I moved like a year and a half ago. So I was basically just I was like, all right, I'm gonna just start doing this now. So I be dabbling and stuff and trying new stuff. And I'm like the research. I don't like eating the same thing either all the time. So I'm like, okay, what can I make that's different? or even just starting from scratch, because like I didn't grow up learning how to cook. It was just like, okay, food ready. So once I got older, I was like, I love food too much not to know.
Hmm.
But oh, one other thing too, do you bake or you just cook?
I bake once in a while. It's not good enough though to say I'm a baker,
Okay.
but I need to start learning, and I want to, just because I have a craving. I have a sweet tooth, cause
Mm-hmm.
a lot, and I try to substitute candy for candy and chips. I try to substitute those two for like trail mix and
Mm-hmm.
nuts and stuff like that. But I still want to bake. I love cakes, but my thing is, since I'm so into like food and ingredients, is like, okay, for me, I have to figure out how to make it like without dairy or make it a healthy way. And that's the thing. Like some things probably not gonna be healthy, right? And it's like, oh, I was like, okay, then they had to
Well, they
figure it
have like vegan cheesecake and stuff like that.
out. That's down the line in the future, man. Just giving myself more time throughout the day. Like today, I'm gonna learn this week I'm gonna learn this, and
Mm-hmm.
definitely, because people always ask me, and I tell the truth and say, no, I'm not really into. I didn't perfect that yet, and I'm working on it. But I would love to because I'm gonna have kids, and they're gonna want snacks, and I'm not gonna be giving them BS. So I definitely need to learn.
All right, y'all. Well, thank y'all for watching this episode. Stay tuned for some more Money March, and I'll talk to y'all next time. Peace.